morning, you lovely Lego addicts. You wouldn't say it, but it is actually the morning. It is incredibly dark and rainy and grey, but you know what? It is Lego time. I'm actually away quite a lot this weekend, so I won't have that much time for Lego work this day. However, I thought I'd start the vlog anyway because we need to talk about the modular and we need to take away the Christmas because it's no longer Christmas. On the note of cleaning the city, I was actually looking at the city in more detail recently and I was like, genuinely, the city is quite dusty. So what I probably will do is an intense clean, which is where I take everything out of the city and then first dust with a makeup brush and then hoover it all up from like the flat surfaces because a clean is overdue, I think. So that will mean we'll be saying goodbye to the Christmas tree. We have Gandalf coming back. I've just noticed this person's fallen over in excitement. We will have the sleigh leaving the town. We will have people taking off their festive hat. But what we obviously need to talk about is this fantastic new modular. In my last city update, if you have watched it, you knew that I had let that space free for it, just so you know that's temporary. If I'm being super honest, it couldn't have been more perfect. I am so in love with this position of the modular. I really think that the way where it sits here, the green really blends with the European Jazz Cafe that sits there. It's different enough from all of these buildings to kind of blend in, but then it has the nougat to tie back in. So you can see I've reinstated the canal, but I've made some changes. So I've got like the canal here, but like the path continues past the Parisian restaurant, so you can actually see into the Parisian restaurant kitchen window, which I thought was quite fun. And at the moment at the back you can see a MOC that I've created, which is like a newspaper kiosk, because I just like creating those. So I've got some footage of that. Here it is like in place. I think it looks really fun. However, when I was looking at this in more detail yesterday, I was just kind of like realizing that this now feels really empty because there's like an empty wall here, there's an empty wall here. Like in the long run, eventually, I think I'm going to want to build it all the way up to here, so it's like modular size, and kind of just pretend it's the side of a building that continues into a non-existent city that I obviously don't have. I think one of my next smaller MOC projects is going to be the ground floor because I'm still really not happy with it. There's going to be a lot that has to change, and as you can see here, I have started on a Rebrickable MOC. This is the music store, but I'm only doing half of it and I've enhanced it slightly to be longer and made some tweaks and stuff to it. It is such a unique, cool building. It has the sand green to tie back in with the European Jazz Cafe that sits there, but it also has so much of the dark red, which is such a unique and standout color that I think it's going to look really good. I've got all my parts here, so I'm working on that, but I'm waiting on so many more Rebrickable orders to come in for that. And then similar to the city, I really also need to dust my diagon alley. This one isn't actually too bad because I often dust it a little bit, but as you can see, because I have so many minifigures sitting here, I just needed to kind of take them off and do a bit of dusting. I have some plans for this and I wanted to do a few MOCs. However, I'm kind of waiting on basically the news of what the big D2C is going to be at the end of this year, because that's going to determine quite a lot of what I do with this. So empty. So just finished hoovering and cleaning. I put most of it back already. As you can see, I've also moved the zebra crossing now, so that's all in line with the park, much more basically what I originally wanted, so I'm very happy with that. Gandalf is back in place, protecting the city. I've added slightly less, some of these weren't in the city anyway, but I've added slightly less minifigures because obviously I'm going to be working on my park area soon anyway, so there's no point. And yeah, it's looking fresh. Good morning, you guys. Today I am going to go to visit my friend who is in Bristol, and I am also planning on possibly popping into the Lego store if I get a chance, because I hear there is some monkey kit sets, I hear there are some updates to the display. Alrighty, I've just gotten home. I had such a lovely time in Bristol. I did notice how empty the shelves were there. Like the only modular in stock was Assembly Square, Loads of big sets were out of stock. They had a good amount of the Chinese New Year ones, and they had Monkey Kid, which is amazing to see. I'm so relieved because I love that line. I really think it deserves the love, and with this new wave it's just going really strong, so I'm glad that it has some shelf space. But yeah, it was really empty, especially the Star Wars section. Oh my god, there was nothing there really, like you will see. But I have got 2 of these. Let me just grab them because they were discounted. They're the last 2 series 2 that they had on the shelves, and I thought, you know what, let me just grab them, see what they are, and maybe if any of the members are looking for any particular ones, I can just kind of like trade them or just send them across to help anybody's collection. But I just couldn't say no, I just kind of wanted to get them, so I'm pretty excited. So let's see what's inside. The first one I got, it's the mermaid. Oh, it's my other favourite one. It's the vampire one. Oh, she's so cool. Also got some other things in the mail, and I know what this is. So this is a little mug with my sister's design on. Look! So my sisters have started the Redbubble shop, and they put some of their like first drawing trials on it, and I thought this was really cute. So I thought, you know what? Let me just go and order some. I'll leave a link to their shop below, but I just thought it was really adorable. Bless them. And then I also finally got some of my Bricklink orders, which I obviously placed during the week because I thought, oh, it'll cheer me up when I'm working because I'll get like Lego in a post, but they all arrived on Saturday typically. So, nice. This is from Bricks and Bloom in Carlisle, and I really want to go to there. They have a shop, like a brick and mortar shop. One day I'll go there. Some torsos for my sig figs for my members. Got some more of these for the mock I'm working on. I think all of these bits are basically for the mock, so they're not as exciting. But I've got some bits for sig figs and other things. So like a CMF that I didn't have completed. Very exciting. And I just want to do a little bit of a walkthrough because it is beautiful weather today. Yes, I know, oh, my Lego is gonna bleach, but it won't because I actually have a blind. Don't you worry, guys. It goes over the window when I'm not here. I'm just opening it because I'm actually trying to film and light is useful. So come up with a new idea. So the new idea is, well, it will include Winnie the Pooh moving house, but I think I have room for Winnie the Pooh elsewhere. I'll show you in a minute. But I'm going to utilize this one base plate, this is just the one, to add a townhouse section here, like a residential section, possibly with like a small shop, to sit here facing the park, which would mean that the park is sort of like surrounded by houses, because I realized that this area would really cause an issue for like immersion in the seasons. I can obviously change the leaves, and I have done before, and they have released like white leaves as well, so I could possibly make it slightly seasonal, but I don't think it's like the most immersive version of side build. So here's the back of the city, and because it's like an actually light day today, you can see it a little bit better. So here is obviously the Parisian restaurant and my little newspaper stand, which I'm planning on upgrading, as you know. What I'm actually planning on doing is probably going to put Winnie the Pooh here for now, because I think it's gonna, the colours of this modular is going to really complement the Winnie the Pooh set in front. But what I've actually been working on is this mock here. The only issue is just the amount it cost. I actually happened to have 57% of the bricks I needed, but I was like, oh, this is great, I have 57%, because, you know, 57%, like, that is really, really good. And then I've just been buying the bricks that I need, and I did a Johanna thing where I like got it in my head that I want to get it done, and I got all the stuff for it really quickly off Bricklink, and oh my god, I have already spent about £135 on elements. And yes, I know sand green and dark red aren't the easiest elements to get. I totally appreciate that. I also appreciate that I didn't do them in big orders from one shop, so obviously there is some of that cost is just shipping costs, but that's only like £2 per order. It's just a lot of money. So I hadn't done like a full like mock in a long time, or like remock where I had to buy all the bricks. I tend to do alternate builds, which is way cheaper because you just buy the sets and then you have everything you need. And yes, maybe some bits aren't perfect, but at least you don't have to buy every individual brick, because oh my god, I have learned my lesson again, that is so expensive. And that's kind of the reason why I want to do some custom builds as for townhouses, using bricks I own, because I cannot afford to do this again, at least not for a little while, even though I'm eyeing up one building that I really love. I am also planning another little MOC. So as you know, I obviously had the boat race, and I've sort of taken some of the elements away. I just realized I did not have the space to display most of it because I don't have enough water to display all these boats. But I really liked this little bit of the boat race. I liked all the stickers used here. I think it's really cute, and I like this little stool. I just really liked how unique this looked. So I've kind of mocked a few of the bits of the whole set together to kind of create this little thing. And what I've started thinking about doing is I want to upgrade this little island here, because I don't feel like the island with the plates here kind of integrates very well. What I'd like to do is I'd like to kind of a sort of scaffolding like structure where this is the base and there's like stairs up and there's like different levels of little shopping carts and stuff. That is going to take me a good amount of time to do though, and I have so many projects on the go that like I'm really having to prioritize a lot of stuff, but just wanted to share that sort of project excitement because I love coming up with new projects. I will show you when it's dark, but I've also got the replacement light bricks for this modular, so that's all lit up now and it looks amazing. I'm very excited about it. I just have to come up with a good way of hiding this whole situation, which is a lot. So whatever is going to sit behind the diner is going to have to hide this. So that was an interesting challenge. That is everything I have been up to. I hope you liked the little trip to the Lego store and seeing the little mini haul that I got, but also all the bricks that I ended up buying. So as you know, if you like city updates, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will be doing this a bit more, of course. Big updates to come, as you're aware of, as always, really. There's also my medieval village up there that I'm working on. I'm doing a separate series on that, which I'm very excited about because I love working on it. And yeah, like plenty going on. I am also doing reviews of the City of Lanterns set, as well as the like ice festival, because they're so pretty and I want to talk about them. They are so much fun to build and they're so different to stuff I've had, and I've been taking notes while building so I can mention what I think of them as I go. So that's kind of what's been happening. Yeah, I'll see you in a next video. Thank you so very much for watching, guys. See you all later. Bye. Howdo. Also, thank you so much to all these awesome people for supporting me. Thanks.